Hello, welcome to Big W BBQ. Today we're going to be making a homemade pizza out on the grill. I realize that cooking on a grill does not fall under the category of a traditional barbecue. However, I also realize that not everyone has a smoker, so I'd like to incorporate a few grilling videos every now and then. So let's go ahead and start preparing the dough. I've got a piece of parchment paper here down on the counter. What I like to do is I like to add a little bit of flour here to help with the stickiness, as well as I like to add a little bit of cornmeal. This helps with the texture as well and makes transporting the pizza around a little bit easier. So once we got the dough down here, I like to add a little bit more flour on top to help with the stickiness. And then we're gonna go ahead and start forming your pizza. You can either do a circle or a rectangle, whatever's easiest and fits in your grill the best. Maybe necessary to use a rolling pin to help out. Once you got the pizza all rolled out here, then I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of olive oil to the crust. And this is gonna help with the grates out on the grill so it doesn't stick as much. Before we put the toppings on, we're gonna go ahead and throw this out on the grill for a couple minutes to kind of start the cooking process. So let's go ahead and head out. Alrighty, we're out at the grill now. Got about 350 degrees. So now we're gonna go ahead and put the pizza dough down on the grill, and we're gonna put the side that we put olive oil on down first. So we're gonna go ahead and let that cook here for a couple minutes. I'm just gonna go ahead and just kind of rotate this here for another 2 minutes. Reason why we do that is in case there's any hot spots around the grill, it'll help with a more even cook. We'll go ahead and let that sit for a couple more minutes and we'll bring her in. We're back inside now after about 5 minutes of cook time. So let's go ahead and start putting toppings on. So first, go ahead and put on your favorite type of sauce here. Now that we got the sauce on the pizza, you can go ahead and load up any toppings that you like. I'm gonna go ahead and do a mixture of things. Start out here with some 6 cheese Italian. Use that as the base. And I'm just gonna go ahead and start loading on some onions here. Some green peppers. Add a few mushrooms. Add some pepperoni. And finally, some ground beef. And then I'm gonna go ahead and top off with a little more mozzarella cheese. One tip I'd like to give you is you can technically add as many toppings as you like, but the pizza isn't gonna be on there for very long, so I wouldn't go too crazy there. So now I'm gonna put a little bit of a butter garlic mixture here around the crust. This mixture contains half a stick of butter, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Alrighty, let's go ahead and take it back out to the grill for a few more minutes. It's been about 10 minutes now, and I went ahead and rotated it every couple minutes there to help keep the pizza from burning there. And, so what you're kind of looking for here is for the right doneness of the crust. you look underneath of it, you see how that's pretty golden there. It's not burnt yet, so that's about where you want to be. So yeah, I think this is about done. May let it cook here for another minute or two to help melt the cheese a little more, but yeah, we should be ready to bring her in. We're back inside now and about ready to dig in. However, before we do that, let's talk a little bit about what we did today. We started out by cooking some pizza dough out on the grill with a temperature of around 350 to 400 degrees. After about 5 minutes, we went ahead and brought that inside where we put on all of our toppings. We topped it off with a garlic butter sauce around the edge of the crust. After that, we took it back out to the grill and we cooked it for another about 10 minutes or so, and we rotated it every couple minutes to avoid burning the crust. And now, after about 15 minutes of cook time, we've got this finished product. Let's go ahead and cut this up. So there's two different ways that you can cut this, the traditional pie shape or into squares. And it kind of depends on your preference as well as the shape of the pizza. Since I lost a little bit of my circle here, I'm gonna go ahead and just cut it into squares. All right, let's try her out. Excellent pizza. Has a lot of great flavor and the crust turned out perfect. So yeah, now it's time for you to go ahead and give this recipe a shot. Let me know how it goes. If you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you. Hopefully it turns out great as well. Thanks a lot guys for joining me today. I really appreciate the time you've taken to watch this video. If you like what you've seen today, please consider subscribing and keep an eye out for more videos coming here in the near future. Thanks again guys, have a great one.